The referee is Aki Aso from Japan, and he will have the privilege of controlling this match. The Telecom Fiji Warriors up against the neighbors, the friendly islanders, Tonga A. Well, Tonga gunning for their first win of the tournament, while Fiji wanting to get a clean sheet and also get their third win of the tournament as Eremasi Randrondo get things underway for the Warriors just outside their own 22-meter line. And there's Mosese Voka, the new open side flanker, getting his first start this evening as well. Not a good pass from Henry Semiloli. Samu Sunguturanga had to go back and recover possession. And here's Semiloli again. Penny Ravai, the skipper, takes it forward. Still inside Fiji's territory. Here's Nemani Raiwalui. Not a good field position for him. But Ika, the winger for Tonga, rather that's Siaosi Manufekai, doing well, the open side winger. Tonga, Vainamuna Manu. Dumped to the ground by Mosese Voka, the super flanker. Counteracting from Fiji, but illegally, says Aki Aso, the referee from Japan.
Yeah. So there, Fiji did not hesitate to play inside their own half on the opening kickoff there, but unfortunately the clearance maybe was not deep enough or didn't find touch, and that allowed Tonga to get something going and at least to get a penalty in a decent position. As we got to remind everyone that if this penalty was successful, it would be only 2 points. And Tonga has not hesitated in this early part of the game to go only for the 2 points instead of trying to get closer to goal line and score 6 points, which is the number of points you will get if you score a try with those experimental lows.
So the Warriors with 2 wins already in the bag means they will play in the final next week against the Samoa A side, who's also recorded their second win after beating Junior Japan 44 points to 24. 44 points to 22 rather. So here's Tonga. Patelesio Oneone started all the games for Tonga, and that's the first points to Oneone. 2 points to 0, they lead. Some Tongan fans here as well to cheer on the men in red. Nemani Raiwalui from the halfway again. Remember, 9 changes made by Fiji Warriors coach Tseni Rusi Seruvakula for this clash against Tonga. Tapped by Mateyasi Udutambua. Udutambua scored 2 tries in the match against Junior Japan. And here's Aporosan Duai Josefa Levula returning to this match after being ruled out last week. Again, Penny Ravai goes back into the traffic, but he's a solid customer, Penny Ravai. Going to the short side, Meli Nakarawa decides to chip it forward, and well recovered as well by Lepani Rayala. Here's Eremasi Randrondo. Continuing the momentum for the Warriors, Mesakendonge. Just short of the 22-meter line. Again, pick and drive by Penny Ravai. Going alone now in support is Mesakendonge. Seniloli. Out it comes for Mosese Voka, Meli Nakarawa. There's Joseva Levula, the former Lelin Memorial School student. Infield goes Timothy Sauvoli, the Nanronga flanker. Ravai calling for it. Penny Ravai it is. Ndonge. There's Nemani Raiwalui, a short one for the Suva Huka Samusingu Turanga. Out it comes again. Eremasi Randrondo, he had work up Rosen Duai, and here's Lepani, rather that's Isaiah Natamba, the under 20 winger. So wearing the number 14 jersey.
Excellent response from from Fiji to the 2 points scored by Tonga. They recovered the kickoff. All right, and right after this kickoff, they displayed wonderful continuity, keeping the ball in hands. Okay, with a lot of variation in the game, playing pick and goes with Penny Ravai, going wider, using Randrondro as a playmaker out wider in this last play, and they are rewarded with a penalty there. And will they go for the 2 points or no? They elect to they go for the 2 points. They call for the T. So therefore, Nemani is going to try to put 2 points on the board and even up the score with Tonga. So excellent reaction from Fiji Warriors after there's 2 points conceded to Tonga.
Well, Nemani Reiwalui, the Nandronga halfback, played a lot of games for Nandronga at halfback, and he's been and also sometimes at first five. And interestingly, no Sir Pepeli Vularica. And that's the first point for the Warriors in round 3 of the World Rugby Pacific Challenge. So it's all tied up now. 2 points all. Sounds like rugby league again.
So very good control of the game by Fiji Warriors early in the match. If it wasn't for that penalty that they conceded, okay, there was an excellent start.
Patelesio Oneone, Ermasi Randrondro, just like he did from the last kickoff. Takes 3 Tongan defenders to put him down, and penalty well done by Tonga. That was Charlie Pahulu, the big lock forward, and also Lemeki Moala.
Okay, this is the second time that it didn't really pay off for the Warriors to play inside their half. Okay, maybe early in the game they should show a little bit more humility and try to get out of that situation, right? Here again, you see the ball carrier in Hermasi is just too isolated, one against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red jerseys. It's just not enough. Huh? So this...
and the cleanup as well from Moses Foka and Timothy Sovoli was not good enough.
So this penalty is kind of logical because Hermasi was just too isolated on this penetration and was totally surrounded by defenders.
Patelesio Oneone gunning for his second 2-pointer. And it goes over, so Tonga leads now, regains the lead by 2 points. Tonga 4, Fiji Warriors 2. Well, it sounds funny again when you say 4-2. It's like back in the old days now, friend.
Sounds like a soccer game.
There's Patelesio Oneone. 4 points for the first 5 this evening. And again, high ball for Mateasi Uditambua, and just like he did the last time, Mateasi Uditambua retains possession for the Warriors. Here's Moses Evoka. Can't run away from Sione Lolohea, the number 8 for Tonga. Going on the short side is Randrondro. Henry Seniloli. A short one again for Timothy Sauvoli. Out for Nemani Reiwalui. Here's a chance for Meli Nakarawa. Gives it to Mateasi Uditambua. Uditambua takes on the Tongan defense. Isaiah Natamba is there as well for the Warriors, cleaning up. Seniloli, Reiwalui, Penny Ravai, Mesake Ndonge coming back in field. The cleanup is good from the Warriors. Nakarawa is there, cleaning up as well. Seniloli to Reiwalui, Ermasi Randrondro. Takes on Timote Paseka and Bruce Folau. Moses Evoka just there to give a helping hand to Randrondro. Sumuturanga in the picture as well. There's the Levula, and here's Penny Ravai. Good stuff and great continuity from the Warriors. Picking up the face is not a good pass, but there's Moses Evoka. Now it's Aporosa Nduai, the National Fire Authority officer. Again, Rewalui for Matayasi Udutambua. Miscommunication there by the Warriors between Matayasi Udutambua and Joseva Lebula as well. But again, it was unfortunate for the Warriors. But there was some patience in the build-up as well, Frank.
Yes, a very good patience. Okay, the players were well spread out around the field, and that allowed them to have a lot of attacking options. Okay, and a few times in that last progression, okay, they found space out wide because the Tongan defense was kind of slow repositioning, and you can see the Tongan players already walking back in position instead of running back, and there they conceded a penalty and an offside, and this offside comes because they are very lazy. The Tongan players are very lazy repositioning themselves. Okay, now you see an interesting decision from Penny Ravai, the captain, to go for the scrum instead of the 2 points. Okay, I think you must feel that the Tongan defense are very vulnerable. Right now they're on their back foot, and therefore with a strong scrum there they could get more than 2 points, and most likely the 6 points of the try.
The front row for the Warriors there, Penny Ravai, the skipper, Sunguturanga, Samu Sunguturanga at hooker, and Misaki Ndonge, the former national under-20 rep, former Queen Victoria School student, played for QVS as well in the Coke Zero Deans. And the referee just liaising with the Tongans there. It looks like he needs a new pair of shots for a Tongan player. Looks like the blindside flanker, Timote Paseka. That's why there is a hold-up in the game as well. So the referee also, as a good referee would do, just being concerned about a player's welfare as well on the field. So the new pair of shots has been brought in by the Tongan officials.
So that's the first scrum in the game there, and we're going to see how this contest in the front row there is going to turn out. It's really an interesting feature of this game, with the scrums between those two packs.
And Semiloli and Rondronro might go to the short side. As now they will the scrum, and coming on the short side is Ermasi Rondronro. Rondronro tries to go at the try line on his second attempt.
Yeah, Ermasi maybe went the wrong way on the scrum that wheeled. Maybe he should have gone the other way to get to be closer to the goal line. But already we have had an answer. You see that the pressure of a wide scrum was just very, very good. And we must also mention that the new rules engagement, I should say the experimental rules engagement for at the scrum time, that is the referee is going to ask the front row to bind before they engage. So you see there, there's crouch, bind, and then they will engage. At least this is what the experimental rule want. And there you see that Fiji is trying to hold the ball inside, and by squeezing.
And here's Rondronro again. Will he go over for his second attempt? Yeah. And that's the first try to the Telecom Fiji Warriors through the Nandronga number 8, Eremasi Rondronro.
So Eremasi took totally a total advantage of the domination from the scrum there. This is not only Eremasi's try, but also the whole scrum try, because they put a lot of pressure on the Tongan scrum, and that means that the back row of Tonga could not play defense on Eremasi. You see there, the number 6 has his head down, he's got a push, he's fixed inside the scrum, and that opens up, you know, and that's a penalty there. There's a penalty from the Fijian flanker for holding
Timothy Sovoli, yes, that's right.
There. So the referee and the assistant referee missed that.
Just lucky there, the Warriors. But according to law, if he was caught there, he would have been penalized, Timothy Sovoli.
Yeah.
for holding on to Timote Paseka. Nemani Rewalui trying to get the extras but misses. So the Warriors up ahead now by 8 points to 4 with 14 minutes on in the first half.
So Fiji flanker taking advantage of poor competence of assistant referee there. We didn't look at something that most assistant referees are asked to look at the scrum time, is to make sure that opposite flankers does not grab the shirt of the other flanker.
Isaiah Natamba now running away from the rest of the players, rather that's Mosese Voka. Seniloli just losing his footing there and loses the ball in the process as well.
Another scrum, but this time it will be a Tonga put in, and I'm sure they're going to try to hook that ball as quick as possible in order to avoid this tremendous pressure from the Fiji scrum. Who has learned very well how to build the pressure in the scrum progressively by tightening up their binds, being strong in the stomach.
A free kick awarded to the Warriors. So again from the scrum quickly taken by Henry. Here's Josefa Levula. Out it comes for Mosese Voka. Seniloli again. They need quick balls, the Warriors, to Rewa Lui. Here's Duai and Lepani Isaiah Natamba. Rather, Isaiah Natamba is on the far side for the Warriors. Rewa Lui, Mateasi Udutambua. Mosese Voka is there to help him along with Josefa Levula. Rewa Lui, a long one for Isaiah Natamba yet again. Still going forward, the youngster, but finally pushed into touch by the Tongan defenders.
Tonga didn't leave any space out wide. Okay, they moved quite well and repositioned themselves quite well. However, okay, their defense is not aggressive enough, and that allows the Fijian attackers to progress quite easily by controlling the ball and moving forward.
Is Isaiah Natamba.
So maybe what the Fiji Warriors should correct in their attacking pattern is to maybe play closer to the tackle line, in order to disrupt this Tongan defense.
Tamikovi Fangatua. There's Bruce Folau for Tonga. And again, deciding to not to go through the traffic there was Alfred Hausia. Just hesitating a bit there, Hausia. Saw the big Fijian forwards in front of him. But fortunately for Tonga rather, the referee already was playing advantage there.
There was a good line-out take there from Tonga. And in the last games, Tonga always performed quite well in the line-out. As we know, so Fiji was excellent in the line-out as well in the past few games. So again, we should see an interesting battle at line-out time between those two teams.
Tamikovi, Fangatu again, Bruce Folau, the open side flanker, and here comes Alfred Hausia, doing well, but finally driven to the ground by Cyril Rees. Tonga again, Bruce Folau. Alan Moore just chipping it through, but playing the safety game there was Meli Nakarawa, the Warriors fullback. The big Tonga number 8 and also the skipper Sione Lolohea. 8 points to 4, the Warriors leading. Charlie Pahulu. The Tongan lock forward standing off again is the hooker Tamikovi Fangatua. And also Sione Lolohea. Doing well, the Tongans. This is what they need to do. But they have been penalized as Aparosa Nduai was on his feet. So Nduai winning the penalty for the Warriors.
So the Warriors have been very patient there in defense as opposed to the previous phase. Okay, and finally, you know, they gave up the penalty.
19.5 minutes gone in the first half. Only one try scored so far in favor of the Warriors through Ermasi Randrondo, the number 8. But and a penalty from Nemani Rewalui for Tonga. 2 penalties already through Patilesio One. That's how they got the 4 points instead of 6. Remember, it's World Rugby, and with the new, it's the proposed laws that they are trialing out in this tournament. Samusungu Turanga getting away from the rest of the forwards and decided to go on his own. Henry Seniloli lifts it high for Isaiah Natamba.
That was an excellent kick from Henry that allowed his wingers to put a lot of pressure on the receiver.
Tuihakavala Ika was there to recover for Tonga. There's Nakarawa, Meli Nakarawa. And cleaning up is another Vatukola player on the far side, Lepani Rayala, who didn't feature in the last match against Junior Japan. Here comes the skipper, Penny Ravai. Again, just the 50-50 passes and forcing the pass there. He was just enticed when he saw the on the inside. But again, well organized in defense.
Tonga resisting well there. You know, they
well, there's a red
managed
bucket
to control that high kick from Anderson really quite well. Okay, and then after that, the defense was well repositioned so that Fiji had a hard time to counter-attack. Maybe the fullback, Meli Nakarawa, should have passed the ball a bit earlier instead of going to the ground and then passing, because the defender, he had plenty of support at wide. But other than that, it's a pretty pleasant game right now we are watching.
Samusungu Turanga, Josefa Levula, nice two-hand take by Levula. There's Samusungu Turanga at the